Okay, let's unpack this. Gold mining. You picture heavy machinery, right?
Hmm.
Big landscapes, geology. Now think about tiny insects. Seems like a weird connection. What could they possibly tell us about something so huge? Today we're doing a deep dive, looking at an actual insect field checklist for gold mining areas.
Yeah, and it's fascinating, actually, because these often overlooked creatures, they can be like little warning signs. They give you real insights into the environmental health around these sites, maybe even human health, too. So our mission today is really to pull out the key takeaways from this checklist, see what these tiny indicators can tell you.
All right, so where do we start? Maybe with the ones people think of first. The nuisances. Mosquitoes are right up there, Calicidae. Our source says they hang around stagnant water. It makes a lot of sense in mining. You've got pits, tailing ponds, places where water just sits.
Perfect breeding grounds.
And we all know mosquitoes carry diseases. Then you've got flies, Diptera, always around waste, like in mining camps. And, cockroaches. Blattodea, they love human settlements, damp spots. Anyone who's been in a remote camp probably knows that story.
And if you step back, you see it clearly. All that stagnant water directly feeds the mosquito population. So the disease risk shoots way up for workers, for communities nearby, and our own activities, generating waste, building camps. We basically roll out the welcome mat for these pests.
Moving on from just annoying, some insects are more of a direct threat, right? A safety issue. The checklist mentions ants, Formicidae. They show up in disturbed soil, which mining creates plenty of. And some, like fire ants, aggressive colonies, painful stings.
Definitely.
Then wasps and hornets, Hymenoptera, drawn to food, obviously a stinging hazard, could mean lost work time, or worse if someone's allergic.
There are immediate worries for safety on site, for how the place is managed. Knowing they're there, understanding why, it's about preventing actual injuries, keeping things running smoothly.
But it's not all bad news, is it? What about insects that maybe play a different role, even a helpful one? Our source brings up termites, Isoptera, which is interesting. They eat wood debris, help decompose organic stuff,
Nutrient cycling.
recycling nutrients back into the system. Then there are beetles, Coleoptera, ground beetles, darkling beetles, often in dry, disturbed soil, and crickets, grasshoppers, Orthoptera in those grassy, sort of half-cleared areas you find.
Yeah, this really points to the ecosystem services that some insects provide, even in places we've heavily disturbed there. Nature's cleanup crew, breaking things down, cycling nutrients, doing their job even when we might not expect it.
And this is where it gets really interesting, I think. The source highlights butterflies and moths, Lepidoptera. You find them near water sources, riparian zones, even puddles. And their unexpected job, environmental monitoring. Who knew? Their sensitivity means they can show changes in water quality or plant life, like way before we might notice. Little living indicators. And then dragonflies and damselflies, Odonata, also near water. And their predators, the mosquitoes.
Natural pest control right there. It flips the script. If we really understand these beneficial insects, how could that change environmental practices on these sites? Could we work with them? It goes beyond just managing pests. It's about integrating with the natural processes already happening.
What's the big takeaway for you listening? Well, from pests carrying disease to decomposers to these sensitive natural monitors, these tiny creatures paint a really detailed picture of the whole ecosystem around gold mines. It's way more than just rock and machinery.
Yeah, so next time you think about big industry, maybe spare a thought for the smallest residents there. Ask yourself, what story are they telling about the environment, about its hidden connections, complex it?